shouldn't we be trying to find a way out of here?
Focus on one thing.
Ready? Let's do this. First trip through the loom gate is a success.
That was so awesome!
The Sodom Pass. A fitting name for the road to the wetlands.
According to the maps, you're getting close to Dredger's Mire.
Designed for a two-hander. Looks like it was being packed up to ship.
It'll be exciting to work off an Enclave design firsthand.
I know you're excited to explore, but first things first. Use our key swatch with a loom gate in the mire, so that it's easy to return.
Right. I'll check the maps.
Perfect. I can see the connection. We'll be able to come back whenever we'd like.
Without having to trek through all the mud.
The beauty of instantaneous travel. Keys watches are an ingenious system for connecting loom gates together.
This is Poldervale, but what happened? The village is completely frozen.
This can't be natural.
I think it's safe to say no one lives here. Where else could I look for a Heartsider?
I can't quite remember why, but something tells me you should search for a watchtower. The maps indicate there may be some nearby.
Cloud security would be active if the village was vacated.
Just trust me on this. I've got some cross-referencing to do.
All right, Brynn. You heard them.
Watchtower. Got it. Just like home. You're round a corner and a glacier's right there to greet you. Another Drake.
This one doesn't seem as aggressive. It must not be rutting.
Should leave you alone unless you get close.
There's a watchtower ahead.
Found the term I was looking for. It mentioned that key swatches were held by security in those more remote villages. It ensured that loom gates could be reconnected to more central locations if needed. Perhaps our Heartsider won't be in the watchtower, but a key swatch to Denevri could be.
Genius name. Nice work.
According to this logbook, all the key swatches were removed from the Poldervale Watch a few years after the surge.
Strange.
But there was one key swatch that was borrowed and never returned by the mayor at his residence in Poldervale.
Perhaps it's still there.
It'll be tough for me to withstand the cold long enough to search for it.
The rest of the band could help you navigate that? Try discussing the challenge with a few of them next time you're at camp.
And unfettered access to the Enclave's capital.
Amazing, Brynn.
Denevron awaits.
The Archon expands. Pre-surge, the Arks trod this passage daily to transport and farm resources from the outskirts.
Empire Shrine all the way out.
Impressive, Brynn. We're on our way to Denevra. Thanks to you.
Everyone helped. I just did my part.
In a well-run band, everything takes teamwork, that's for sure. But don't downplay your role in this. Since you've been Crisis promoted to Point, we've felled a great arc, restored a construct, and now we've got access to the Enclave's capital. Not everyone could accomplish what you have, let alone in our current circumstances. In fact, most would crumble under the pressure.
Truthfully, there have been few moments where I felt like breaking down. I don't feel totally sure in what I'm doing yet.
Being a point demands that you dive into the unknown. I can't say the uncertainty ever truly goes away. You just get more comfortable with it. And you will, in time.
Thanks, Aurea.
Now, enough talk. You've got a city to explore.
It's going to look great.
We already have the key swatch, but I was wondering if you could tell me what kind of gear works best against cold temperatures.
With the right materials, any design for armor could give you some resistance to frost magic and cold temperatures.
What kind of materials could I bring you?
A Callahide would do the trick for one.
There are plenty of those prowling in the outskirts. Thanks for the insight.
My darling, I suspect the way the light filters through the Enclave's veil makes you look more luminous than ever.
Stop. It'll go to my head.
Should I come back later? I didn't mean to interrupt you two.
Sorry, Brynn. Sometimes we get lost in our little world.
But since you're here, I was actually hoping to speak with both you and Sola.
Oh?
I don't know if you know this, but my wife is an extremely talented smith who was apprenticed under a variety of world-class teachers.
Well, a revolving door of mentors doesn't exactly facilitate the most stable education, especially when one of them drops dead in front of you.
Oh, details. You've made more of your varied experience than most could glean from a lifetime. Anyway, I know you always hoped to further your education with the Tarmakine Smithing School's techniques. So, I asked Lane to look into whether or not any Tarmakine smithing was ever practiced here in the Enclave.
Oh, doll. You shouldn't have. It's sweet, but there are other priorities.
What could be more pressing than helping my wife fulfill her lifelong dreams? As luck would have it, there were Tarmakine smiths here before the search.
Really?
Perhaps our daring point might be able to keep a lookout for anything those smiths might have left behind.
I mean, if it's too much trouble.
Of course. I'd be happy to help.
Perfect. I'll leave you to discuss the details.
Anything in particular I should look for?
The Tarmakine smithing techniques are exceptionally complex, and as such, pretty rare across the Maida. It might be too much to hope for anything close to a completed armor set, but prototypes or even notes pertaining to the style would be useful. I'd take anything you can find.
Got it. I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Brynn.
Dom, I didn't ask before we recovered the key swatch in Polder Vale, but mind giving me a primer on dealing with cold anyway?
Certainly. It's never too late to learn about the many ways in which your mantle can make life just that much more magical. When dealing with temperature, your magic can directly counteract it.
I'm guessing we fight frost with flame?
Just so. Like building a fire on a cold night, except much faster. And the night has teeth and talons.
Unfortunately, I don't have a flame strand yet.
It's a tall order, but defeating a drake would allow us to weave a strand of its power.
Drakes and I are due for a reckoning anyway.
Spoken like a true point.